just be supportive to her, you know what I mean?
If I asked her, you know, what level of involvement does your dad have in your life? What answer do you think she would give me? I see the teardrops, right? We got 4 of them, all right? And so, is that what we think those are for? And this is the time where all her hormones have kicked in. She's got boy stuff going on. You need to be there. And I don't care what you have going on, man. Like, as long as you can show up and you can talk and show her love, because the same love that she is maybe craving a little bit more from you, she's gonna go out and some funky little boy is gonna be getting that version of the love. And it's not gonna be any good for her. Because she's gonna do whatever she can to keep that little funky boy's love instead of she get all the love that she needs from you right now.
Correct.
What's up, YouTube? Back in the lab with KD for the summertime. And this time I got my hitters with me. If you want to get this work, hit up at KD with the muscle on Instagram. Now back to the content. What's up, YouTube? Atlanta Street Interviews out here with another one. So we got my man out here today. How you doing today, man?
I'm doing all right, man.
All right. So are you homeless?
Not currently.
Okay, what's your situation, man?
Well, I was incarcerated, you know what I'm saying, for some time now, you know what I mean, like 5 months. I get out. I'm just currently down here trying, you know what I'm saying, situate myself, get some personal credentials like my ID, and try to get some more things, whatever I can get, you know what I'm saying.
I get it. Who are you living with right now?
Well, currently I'm staying with my 62-year-old mom that's currently diagnosed with diabetes, and she's currently blind in one of her eyes. And I'm just residing with her, trying to help her with some expenses.
Okay. You did 5 months. What was you in there for?
I was in there for porch piracy and theft by taking.
You was a porch pirate, man. Now see, you a tall guy, man, and you seem like you strong and probably got some hands. But I'm gonna tell you something, man. If I wasn't doing this interview, man, I'd probably try to put you in the headlock right now. Cause I hate porch pirates, man. How you gonna steal what somebody been waiting for, man? How you gonna do that?
Now, you know, at the time, man, you know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to make my situation better, you know what I'm saying? Not trying to, you know what I'm saying, make nobody else's situation better, trying to, you know what I'm saying, provide for my family expenses, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, as I was in there, you know what I'm saying, I was looking at, you know what I'm saying, when I was locked up for, you know what I'm saying, I know that, you know what I'm saying, a lot of people was upset at me, you know what I mean, for that, but, you know, like.
How many porches did you pirate, if you had to guesstimate?
Oh, well, it was just one location where I did porch piracy, you know, I had.
So you was hitting them up the same location, like a lot or something?
Nah, it's just one location at this time that I had got messed up for. It's just one location where I had grabbed some mail. I grabbed like 18 pieces of mail, and you know, thinking I had something. I don't know why I did, you know what I'm saying? But
I'm about to say, like, it's like random mail. Like, do you even know what you're gonna get for that? Like, do you know how much you'll be able to sell anything for?
I was just specifically trying to see what type of numbers I can involve myself in, so I can try to, I don't know, man, what I was doing.
I get it, man. I get it. Okay, so let's talk about it. By the way, how old are you, man?
I'm 40.
You're 40?
Yes,
some people gonna laugh, man, because me and you are the same age, but I got all these gray hairs and stuff. You look great, man. You look great for 40. And by the way, I'll be 41, guys. 2 weeks from now. 2 weeks from now. So y'all shout me out 2 weeks from now. All right, anyway, my age is always a joke on this channel. Anyway, all right, so you're 40. Do you have any kids?
Oh, yes, I have a daughter.
Okay, how old?
She's 13.
13? I got a 13-year-old, man. Look at us having stuff in common. Okay, so she's 13. Have you ever been married?
No, sir.
Okay, so as far as your daughter goes, like, are you active and present in her life?
Well, yes, I'm active. It's just that I could be more active in her life. I just currently just still trying to focus on myself, and I know it's kind of selfish. I'm still trying to prepare and get myself together so I can be in her life like full time. But I am in her life, you know what I'm saying, for the things that she needs. It's just that, you know, I could be in her a little bit more though.
So tell me, I mean, what are you in her life for, as far as you say the things that she needs? Give me an example.
You know, if she need help with some any material things or whatever for her, you know what I'm saying, help her. Trying to better myself, be in her life, for us, like with just all the way around, you know what I mean, just be supportive to her, you know what I mean.
If I asked her, you know, what level of involvement does your dad have in your life? What answer do you think she would give me?
Well, she will give you, maybe she would give you an undecided answer, possibly, then she, you know what I mean, not knowing at that time, but you know what I mean, I can't really say how she might look at it. She might just still, you know what I'm saying, still, you know what I'm saying, love me for, you know what I'm saying, who I am.
Yeah, of course, she gonna love you for being the dad, but you know, if she's being honest, maybe she wants you involved a little bit more than what you are. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I get it.
Yes,
all right. So on that note, let's just and by the way, I see the teardrops, right? We got 4 of them, all right? And so is that what we think those are for?
No, that's not for that.
Okay.
It symbolizes other things as far as like death in the family, you know what I mean? I had like some aunties, I had some cousins that I love like dearly, and it just symbolizes them, you know what I'm saying, dying, you know what I'm saying, those that I love, you know what I mean, like love a little bit more than, you know, other people, because, you know, I don't know, it's just a bond, you know. So I hate got these teardrops on my face when I was like 25 years old, you know, and at that time I thought it was cool to get it on my face because, you know, like I was having so many occurs with family members dying, so, you know, I just.
Well, I mean, I'm gonna ask, did you ever unalive somebody? I mean, we ask for truth and transparency.
Yes,
I don't
sir.
want you to put yourself in any legal situations, of course.
Yes, sir.
But without putting yourself in a legal situation, has there ever possibly been anybody that you've done that to?
No, sir.
No?
No, sir.
It seemed like you was gonna answer differently at first.
No, sir.
No? Okay.
Honestly.
So, was the teardrop tattoos, was that just kind of like to look hard or whatever?
Nah, I was just young then, just thought it was cool to have on my face, you know what I'm saying? Thought it was something, you know what I'm saying, cool to have.
No, I
you know?
get it, but was it also to like, you know, kind of bolster this image, right? So that when people saw you, they'd be like, hey, you know, maybe I won't want to mess with him type deal, you know what I'm saying?
To a certain degree.
I mean, come on now, let's keep it a buck. Like,
to a certain degree, you know, at that time, and, you know, and I thought it was cool to get.
So let's just start from the beginning. So where you from, man?
I'm from Atlanta, Georgia. Originally born and raised.
What about, man? Where in Atlanta?
Born and raised at Butler Street, but I was raised in the city of Decatur.
Hey, man.
City of Decatur.
Shout out the city, man. Shout out Atlanta. And definitely shout out that East Side Zone 6. Middle finger with the 5-6 all day. Yes, sir, man. Shout that East Side out. All right, man. So growing up on the East Side, did you have both mom and dad in the household?
Well, I had my mom majority of the time. My dad wasn't never present, really, but sometimes.
Okay. So, do you have brothers and sisters?
Yes, I have brothers.
Okay. Where are you in the birth order? How many brothers do you have first and foremost?
It's 4. I have 4 brothers, and I'm
Okay.
like the second born.
You're second born? Okay,
You know,
okay.
I have an oldest brother, you know what I'm saying? He's the first one, and I'm the second one, and I have 2 more other brothers.
Younger than you? Okay. And so, you know, growing up on the East Side, would you say that you had like a fairly normal childhood?
Well, kind of different childhood. I kind of like was involving myself into more like the streets. I was like involving myself in kind of like activities that was kind of illegal, and at that time, and I was
What
young.
age would you say
Well,
that
I
started?
was like 14 and 15.
So like right around high school age?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and so did you end up going to high school?
I went to high school for a few years, but I ended up dropping out at the 9th grade.
9th grade? Okay. And so what was it, would you say, that made you drop out at 9th?
It was the involvement with my peers. I wanted to do what my peers were doing at that time, and tried to fit in. Wanted to do more things up the street instead of school, and I kind of got discouraged.
What school are we talking about?
I went to Avondale High School.
What?
Yes, sir.
So hold on, not only we from the same neighborhood, my boy. We got too much in common, man. You went to Avondale?
Yes, sir.
Man, stop playing with me, man. Avondale High School don't even exist anymore, y'all. It's the Cass School of the Arts now. Okay, hold on. Are you from Belvedere?
Yes.
Hey, man. Shout out that B-Town, man. Shout it out, man. Yes, sir. Hey, man, I love it, man. I love it. Okay. We from the same neighborhood, my boy. How we ain't know each other growing up? You was outside, I wasn't. Nah, I was outside, man, but I wasn't off the porch. So Okay, so let's talk about this, because you probably know some guys that I know, right? And I'm very familiar with that neighborhood, the streets, how that neighborhood was when we were growing up. It was a super rough neighborhood. It was a lot of stuff going on. So I'm imagining you jumped into that stuff. By the way, where did you live? Like, where did
I stayed? I stayed like where Conway Road is. Conway Road was like on the opposite of Line Street.
Right. So you was
Like-
so Conway. So you talking about my buddies?
Like Midway, in Midway, Deerwood.
Okay. Gotcha. You was on the other side of
The
Columbia
other
Drive.
side, but that's where my grounds used to be at though, because I had a lot of people over in that area too, and I used to socialize and be in that area.
Okay, yeah. Because that was kind of like the hood, like
Yeah.
Belvedere was like the hood or whatnot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay. So, wow. Okay, man. So you from the neighborhood, man. You from the hood, my boy. All right. So, okay. So you used to be up with buddies a lot, stuff like that. All right, man. Say less.
Quit.
Yeah.
Go.
Yes, sir. So because I grew up on Rupert.
Rupert Road.
Yes.
Oh, I know
like,
where you at.
Listen, my house at the bottom of the hill.
Oh, I know where you at.
Yeah, like-
I definitely know. Yeah, you right around the corner from me.
So you know Mert, Mark,
Yeah, Mark,
Hitman,
Maurice,
all them.
Dropkick.
Yeah. Okay, so you know everybody.
Yeah, Rico.
Yeah. Rico to my Bean, right?
Yeah.
To my tall ass Rico, right?
Nah, kind of short Rico.
Okay. We talking about two different Ricos.
Brittany.
Okay,
Diamond.
okay. Did you know a guy when you was growing up? I don't know if you grew up in that neighborhood, but when you was growing up, did you know a guy named Kevin? Katie, they call him Katie now, but his name was Kevin Wilson, kind of light-skinned
Katie.
guy. Huh?
That name sound familiar.
Y'all
It
are
sound familiar.
around the same age. And
I
he
remember
went-
Cato.
Did you go to Norwood?
Elementary school with the hoop. Right there.
Motherfucking Hooper.
Right
boy.
Right there where you at.
Yeah, I know. that whole
Dorothy
building,
at.
that whole building ain't even there no more.
No, it doesn't exist no more.
Okay, you went to Hooper, Alexander. All right, wow, you really from where I'm from. That's crazy. Okay, so what? All right, so I have an understanding then of kind of what pulled you into the streets. You know what I'm saying? That whole look, the whole lore, your people was doing it. That's what everybody was doing, right? When you look back on it now, what are your thoughts on it now that you're 40 years old and you've gone through 40 years of living? When you look back on that time of your life, let's say in between 15 and 25, right? What are your thoughts on that time of your life now?
My thoughts at the time in life where I could have made better choices as coming up going to school, and I should have been more focused into schooling than trying to be in the streets. You know what I mean? And I look at it now that I'm wasting some time. As I'm at the age of 40, that knowing that I'm supposed to be doing these things, and I look at it like I'm just trying to just put the past and stop and just move forward. You know what I'm saying? Just continue to better myself, but also try to help others as well. Being a living testimony, if I can try to tell them something good and something positive and uplifting, and
I was about to say, one of the things that I've observed, right? Because like I say, we're pretty much the same age. We literally are the same age. And so one of the things I've observed is I was the one in the neighborhood that wasn't off the porch, right? So I was the one that we grew up and, we used to play stickball, kickball, basketball, sideline pop, all that type of stuff, right?
Yes,
so we used to do all that stuff together. But then when they got to be in those years, those middle school, teenage years, they kind of went to the street stuff, and I was more so kind of doing my school stuff or whatever. And I look back on it now, I'm still able to kind of be in the culture. Like they just had a barbecue the other day. I rolled through, you know what I'm saying? And these are all my street people. You feel me? But so I guess if I could say anything, right? And I guess we're kind of saying the same thing. But if I could say anything to the younger guys, it's like, hey, look, try to be a mixed bag. Try to do both, right? Try to, have your street culture part of you, but then also make sure you handle business. Take care of your schoolwork. Would you agree with that as like a good life strategy?
I totally agree, because eventually they'll have to experience some things that's coming up. You know what I mean? They don't want to experience it at the last minute.
Right. So it's like you have to have both.
Yes.
You got to kind of be, and I think that people that are born in neighborhoods like us have the opportunity to have both. But what oftentimes happens with younger guys, you know how it is, man. We see what the 19-year-old dope boy got, you know what I'm saying? We see that, you know, they pull up in the old school, they got some fresh shoes on. We want that. And it ain't nothing, but once we get 40, we like, that ain't shit.
Yeah.
But when we're at those teenage years, it looks like everything. And the girls that we like are liking those guys that are 19 and 20, 21 and stuff like that. So I get how you fall into it. Okay. So interesting, very interesting discussion, man. But all right, so I do want to talk about, did you ever go to prison?
Yes, I've been in prison.
And so what was the longest stint that you did?
The longest bid I did in prison was 8 years.
And so what was that for?
That was for 3 cases, an armed robbery charge, a robbery charge, aggravated battery.
Ooh, what'd you do? Allegedly.
Well, I had assaulted someone, and I was in that dwelling place at the time, and I had assaulted them.
It was a woman?
It was a man.
A man? What happened? Like, why'd you end up?
It was a burglary that was in progress, and I was in this man's home at the time, and then I still was in his home while he had came home from work, and he seen me in his house, and we got into a scuffle, into a fight. So we was fighting. I kind of injured him a little bit. I sent him to the hospital. And then
I'm about to say, how tall are you, man?
6'2".
6'2"? Yeah, you seem like a tall guy. So, and you seem like you're taller than 6'2", to be honest with you, but okay. Wow, so you sent him to the hospital really bad.
Yes, I had sent him to the hospital pretty bad, and I ended up catching the charges.
Did he survive?
Yes, he survived.
Okay.
It's just he was kind of injured a little bit, you know, and I kind of, you know what I mean, as I was doing time in prison, you know what I'm saying, I was thinking about all the things, you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying, like the mistakes that I was doing, you know what I'm saying, before I went to prison. I was just like, you know, I was young at the time, you know what I'm saying, I ain't knowing, but I didn't have any sense of what's going on. I was just trying to make a way, and I realized that, you know.
Let me ask you something. You've got 4 brothers. Are they all with the same dad, or do y'all have different dads?
Well, my older brother has a different daddy, but we had the same mom. But my other 2 brothers, we had the same father.
Same
we had
dad?
The same mom. Yes.
So I wanna ask you your thoughts about this, because oftentimes us as men, us as males, whether we're boys or men, are kind of blinded to our mom's BS, right? But I'm hearing your story, and in my head I'm thinking, would this have been the case if the dad would have been around, right? And so I want to ask about that, because she had 2 other kids after she had you with the same guy. And I guess for whatever reason, he ended up not being in you guys' life. Why, from your understanding, was he not in your life?
Maybe because at that time he might was kind of younger. He didn't know how to, you know what I'm saying, to be a parent towards his kids and show them the right things. So maybe he had some things going on with his life that made him like kind of like hard to, you know, to have acceptance and, you know, pull up on his child, you know what I'm saying, give him advice. Or
I get that, but I guess the question is then, why would your mom continue to keep having kids with him?
Well, from my understanding, I think she might have loved him.
So they was in love. So is your dad still living?
Yes, my dad's still living.
When the last time you talked to him?
Last time I talked to my dad was like a week and a half ago. He wanted me to cut the grass.
And so what is you guys' relationship like now?
Now it's kind of better. I got to understand and know who he is. As you know, I did time in prison, you know what I'm saying, and did a lot of reflection on my life. And, you know, I guess out of prison, put things in the past about, you know what I'm saying, the younger years coming up, you know, about he not being present, you know what I'm saying. He tried. He come on and out, but he, you know what I'm saying, he wasn't really there. You know, my mother, she was majority there, you know what I mean?
Well, right. So, I mean, did you, like, get to tell him and talk to him and tell him, like, hey, this is how it made me feel, this is the effect I feel like it had on me, that type of stuff?
Yes, I got to talk to him. We had some sit-downs, you know what I'm saying, at his house where he at, and we talked multiple times, you know what I'm saying. I let him know how I felt, you know what I mean? And he understand, you know what I'm saying, he gave me some input, you know what I'm saying, on how he felt, you know what I'm saying. But
what was his input? How did he feel like? Because I'm interested.
He was like, oh, I appreciate you for telling me that, you know what I'm saying. Like, I apologize, you know, if I had did something wrong, you know what I'm saying, when I was younger. But, you know, it wasn't nothing to cause intentionally harm on you or anything, you know what I'm saying? You know, I appreciate you being honest, you know what I'm saying? And it was kind of at a minimum, you know, we spoke of little things like that, you know what I'm saying, at different timings, but it was kind of at a minimum though, you know what I mean?
What do you mean at the minimum?
Like, we'll speak on certain things, I'll tell him how I feel, whatever, you know what I'm saying? And he'll give me some understanding of what I say, and just like, we don't speak of that no more, whatever, we just speak of what's going on.
Just kind of moving forward,
kind
right?
Of moving forward.
Well, I get that, but do you feel like you have hashed all of those feelings out as far as his absence, or, you know, kind of somewhat absence in your life?
Yes, all those feelings are out, because I mean, being 40 years old now, it seems like I'm to the point now where I can do things on my own, you know what I'm saying, without any help to a certain degree. So you know, it's like that. I'm a man now, and it's like that. I put away those
childish
things I have, you know.
How you felt and stuff like that.
Not so much childish, but you know, just how I felt.
I'm about to say it's not childish, but it's your childhood, kind of the feelings that you had that stem from childhood. Let's say that it's not childish feelings, but the feelings that you had that have probably been there since childhood. And sometimes if you never get to hash those out, it continues to have an effect on you. You know, so I'm just gonna encourage that if you have it all hashed out, awesome. But if not, man, listen, sit him down, because he owes you years. Okay, and so if that has to happen in more than one conversation, that's okay. That's not, you shouldn't feel bad about that. Okay. Now, speaking of that, I do want to ask, so now again, we have daughters the same age, right? And I'll be honest with you, my heart kind of breaks whenever I see or hear about a dad that's not quite doing everything that he feels like he should. Okay, especially our girls are the same age, so I can only imagine, you know, kind of what her life has been like, and I can't help but like to, in my mind, kind of compare it to my 13-year-old and kind of maybe the experience that she's had. So what are we gonna do to like tighten that up? Because I hear you saying like, man, I want to get better for me and stuff like that, but honestly, while the grass grows, the knave starves. And so what that means is that if you wait around for stuff for too long, the thing that you're waiting around for will be too late, because she'd be grown at that point, right? So what are we gonna do to kind of step that up?
We're gonna kind of be supportive, and we're gonna kind of,
I'm gonna say this, man. We're
gonna be more supportive and working on the things that you need to do necessary, and just move forward from there, and just try to just make things work.
I'm gonna say this, showing up is 80% of the battle. Not even half the battle, it's 80% of the battle. Show up. Like, yeah, she's gonna want things, she's 13, she's gonna want stuff, you may not be able to buy it, okay? But your presence is gonna be invaluable, whether it's now or later in her life. So even if she gives you a little attitude, this, that, third, because she is 13, okay? So trust me, okay? I know it comes with that, even if you were completely in their life, okay? But at the same time, and really it's my 15-year-old that gives me more mess than my 13-year-old, I'll be honest. But anyway, at the same time, show up, man. Show up. Like, I mean, when was the last time, and you know, just asking, but when was the last time you saw her?
Last time I saw her was a few days ago.
And before that, when was the last time?
I can't even say, man. I can't even say, man. It's been
It was a minute before that.
It was a minute.
Because this was a holiday weekend, and so kudos to you for seeing her this weekend or whatever, but what was that meeting like?
It was good. It was good personally to see her, you know.
Did she run up and give you a big hug?
Yeah, she gave me a hug. She gave me a hug. I picked her up and talked to her, you know what I'm saying? Talked to the mom and everything, but you know, it was still things that need working on though, you know. Still a lot of things
like what?
I need to work on. I just need to work on being supportive and just having possession and just be able to talk to her, you know what I mean?
Having
just,
what?
Like being in possession of her.
In position?
Not in position, but you know what I'm saying? Like just being able to talk to her on all types of levels, you know what I'm saying? And just being more supportive, you know. It's just that.
So what's stopping you from doing that, man?
I just gotta just work on myself and just get my personal thing right before I can just pull up on her, because I don't want to pull up on her my personal thing not right.
Well, what do you mean though? What does that mean? Your personal thing?
It's like I just want to just help her whenever she need help, not just help her sometimes. I don't know. I just want to just
Help her with what?
like just I don't know, man. You know, just advice.
Nah, man, I ain't. Nope. No. You wait for nothing. Don't put off today what you. Don't put off tomorrow what you can do today. And she don't care about none of that stuff you're talking about. I get what you're saying, but you can walk and chew gum at the same time. You can walk and chew gum at the same time. And this is a crucial age. 13, she's probably in 7th or 8th grade. She's probably either going to 8th grade or maybe 9th grade. And this is the time where all her hormones have kicked in. She's got boy stuff going on. You need to be there. And I don't care what you have going on, man. Like, as long as you can show up and you can talk and show her love, because the same love that she is maybe craving a little bit more from you, she's gonna go out and some funky little boy is gonna be getting that version of the love. And it's not gonna be any good for her. Because she's gonna do whatever she can to keep that little funky boy's love instead of she get all the love that she needs from you right now.
Correct.
All right? This ain't like, this is not a test. This is the real thing. Okay? So you got to step it in at this point and really kind of jump in there. I know you may not have been is there as much and all this stuff. Man, jump in there, man. Ask her about boys. Ask her about, does she have a boyfriend?
Right.
Ask about this, ask about that. Tell her about your experiences.
Right.
Talk about stuff. Have these conversations. Ask her if she a virgin. Ask her that. It may be awkward, but when she reflects back on it, she's going to realize you asked because you care about her. Okay? All right, man. So, all right, well, listen, man. On that note, if anybody out there wanted to reach out, help, or donate, do you have a way they could do that? Do you have social media, Cash App, anything like that? So we just set the Cash App up. We'll get to that in a second. Do you have IG or Facebook?
Not present.
No? You ain't never had?
I got one, but I just got to tap into it. It's one of the old Instagram.
So what's the old one? They can check you out. You know, these people are they'll they little detectives. They'll stalk you real quick,
well,
especially some of the ladies.
I can't remember, man.
What's your name, brother?
First name Michael, my last name Strong.
Okay, Michael Strong. That's a strong name, man. All right, and so what's your Cash App?
Cash App is. That's the one we just did, right?
Yes.
Michael Strong, 362.
No, 84.
Oh, yeah. Pardon me,
Michael Strong, 84. It's okay.
84, pardon me, man. Yeah, Michael Strong, 84.
Hey, man, well, listen, man. Like I say, we really appreciate you, man. Taking the
You're
time,
welcome,
answering all of our questions. Listen, we definitely wish you nothing but the best. My brother, my boy from Belvedere, from the east side. Middle finger with the 5'6", all that. I love it, man. Have you a good one today, all right, my boy?
All right.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.